6 types of men women instantly ignores, and why you must never be one. There's a kind of silence a man feels when he's invisible. He sends the text, no reply. He talks, no spark. He enters the room, and it's like he doesn't exist. But here's the truth nobody tells you. She's not ignoring you by accident. She's ignoring the version of you that doesn't command attention. The modern world has filters, my brother, not the ones you see on social media, but the ones buried in human psychology. And those filters instantly erase certain men from her radar. Today, I'll tell you exactly who those men are and how to make sure you're never one of them. Because in this world of games, validation, and distraction, you either stand out like power or fade out like background noise. If you're listening to this message now, sit tight and pay please attention because we're going to expose something deep. If you've not followed Girl's approach, hit the subscribe button now for more brutal truths. So listen closely, because this isn't just about attraction, it's about domination. 1. The over-available man, the discounted king. There's a man out there who mistakes availability for affection. He replies in seconds, cancels plans for a date, bends over backward just to prove he cares. But let me tell you for free, what is given too easily is valued too lightly. I once coached a man named Femi. Good heart, good job, clean looks. But he was addicted to chasing approval. The girl he liked could text him at midnight, and he'd jump. She could cancel 3 times in a row, and he'd still rebook with a smile. And one day he came to me, angry and broken. Coach, I don't get it. I give her everything, but she's distant. I told him straight, you're not giving her attention, you're giving her permission to disrespect you. A man's time must feel expensive. When you make yourself too available, you destroy the sense of value around you. Think about the difference between gold and sand. They're both found in the ground, but one is protected, rare, and hard to reach. That's why it's desired. Your availability must have boundaries. Be kind, not needy. Be present, not predictable, because attention given too freely loses its power. 2. The lost man, the drifter with no direction. You can spot him easily. He wakes up every day without a plan, scrolls his phone before sunrise, waits for life to hand him purpose. He doesn't lead himself, he waits to be led. And when he meets someone he likes, he doesn't attract, he attaches. Because when a man lacks direction, he clings to anything that gives him temporary meaning. I knew one like that, David. He fell for every girl who gave him 5 minutes of attention. Because deep down, he wasn't chasing love. He was chasing identity. One night I told him, brother, she's not your compass. You are. And that hit him like a truck. Here's the truth. A man with no mission will always become part of someone else's. He'll be used, manipulated, or forgotten. Not because the world hates him, but because the world has no use for a man who doesn't know his direction. She doesn't follow feelings. She follows certainty. The energy that says, I know where I'm going. You can walk beside me, or you can stay behind. You want respect? Build vision. You want desire? Build purpose. Because leadership isn't about control, it's about clarity. 3. The emotional reactor, the slave to his own storms. Some men can't handle silence. One unread message and they crumble. One cold tone and they spiral. They think love means losing control. But listen, passion without control is chaos. A man who reacts emotionally to every situation destroys his own frame. He becomes predictable, unstable, and therefore forgettable. I once saw a man in a restaurant lose his composure over a simple disagreement. His voice rose, his face turned red, and you could see the respect draining from the table. He thought he was defending himself, but what he was really doing was proving his weakness. True power is calm under pressure. When your emotions stay steady, people feel safe around you, and she feels drawn to you. Control doesn't mean numbness. It means mastery. Feel everything, but don't be moved by everything. Remember this, the man who controls himself can control any room. The man who can't becomes controlled by everyone else. Get out of your feelings and into your focus. 4. The pretender, the actor wearing a crown made of paper. This one hurts to watch. He says the right words, posts the alpha quotes, flexes the gym mirror selfies, talks about real men, while still hiding his insecurities behind filters and fake bravado. He's not confident, he's performing confidence. But eventually, every mask cracks. I met a young man at an event once. Loud, flashy, quoting mindset books he hadn't read. Then I asked him, "What are you building?" He froze. Because real strength leaves evidence, habits, discipline, results, not noise. The pretender doesn't know who he is without validation. He mimics what powerful men do without becoming who they are. He copies the posture, but not the principles. You don't need to act confident. You need to be confident through repetition, consistency, and wins. When you keep promises to yourself, you don't need approval. Your results speak louder than your words. Remember, real kings don't shout. Their silence commands attention. 5. The people pleaser, the man who traded power for peace. This one breaks my heart because I used to be him. The man who can't say no. The man who sacrifices his self-respect to be liked. He thinks being nice is noble, but in truth, it's fear disguised as kindness. A man who lives to please everyone lives without identity. He bends so much that nobody remembers where he stands. There was a brother named Ton, always the good guy, always available. He'd help everyone, listen to everyone, and still go home empty. When she chose someone else, he said, "But I was there for her." And I told him, "That was your mistake. You were there for everyone but yourself." The world doesn't reward self-sacrifice without value. It rewards strength, boundaries, and purpose. People pleasers are afraid of rejection, but rejection is the fire that forges respect. Stand for something, even if it costs approval. Because being liked means nothing if you're not respected. When you know who you are, you stop begging to be chosen. You start choosing. 6. The broken mind man, the prisoner of his own excuses. Let's get one thing straight. Being broke financially is temporary, but being broke in mindset is a life sentence. This type of man complains about what he doesn't have while refusing to build what he could. He blames the system, the country, the women, the government, everything but his lack of drive. He's addicted to comfort. He wants success without sacrifice, results without risk. I've seen men spend hours arguing on social media, yet can't spend 1 hour learning a new skill. That's mental poverty, the worst kind of poverty. When you train your mind like you train your body, money becomes a side effect. Because discipline compounds like interest. You want freedom? Learn a skill. You want respect? Multiply your value. You want power? Outwork your excuses. The world only respects what it can learn from you or earn from you. So build something valuable, not just in your pocket, but in your mind. Because money is not the goal, mastery is. Do you want to know the truth why she ignores you? Now let's tie it all together. She doesn't ignore you because she's cold. She ignores the version of you that hasn't earned attention. Because attention isn't a gift, it's a response to power. When your energy screams uncertainty, you vanish from her radar. When your aura radiates control, focus, and purpose, she notices. Not because you chased, but because you became magnetic. The question isn't, why doesn't she like me? The real question is, why haven't I become undeniable yet? Final words. There are 2 types of men walking this earth. Those who wait to be seen, and those who make their presence impossible to ignore. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be progressive. Every day you train, learn, earn, and grow, you raise your value. The man who invests in himself never gets ignored for long, because life naturally gravitates toward discipline, direction, and dominance. Step up or step aside. Weakness is a choice. Strength is a decision. You're either building or destroying yourself every day. Choose wisely. And if you disappoint, you must appear before the Council of Brotherhood and explain why you've decided to disgrace everybody. Let the truth be told.